listening to Jca Sports Podcast on Spotify and Anchor.
Yeah. Hey, look, guys, we're live. We're here together. We're smelling each other's armpits right now, guys. What's going on? The Jca Sports Podcast here on Facebook. Like, hey, whatever, you know. Let's have fun with it, right? Jca Sports Podcast here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. We are live. We're here together. The band is back together. Make sure you guys follow us on all our social media platforms: Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. The J. Jonathan, Jose, myself, Eric, guys, we are here. We are live at the Illinois Media School campus in Chicago.
Yes, sir.
And, man, do we have a show for everybody today. Obviously, you can always follow us on the link that we're going to provide here below. Make sure you guys join us, talk sports with us, and also leave the comments, questions, and everything else. We got jam-packed show, NBA playoffs. We got the conference finals set going. The NFL schedule was released last week. And what else we got? And a lot
the Boston Celtics and the Milwaukee Bucks, Eric, as you can see here on the screen.
Yep.
Game 7, man.
Let me get the rundown real quick. My bad. I forgot. My God,
Giannis
NFL
is out, guys. Giannis is out.
Yeah, your boy's out, man.
Boy's out, man.
Yeah, your point fraud is out too as well. But let's get to it, guys. Yes, the NBA, the Eastern Game 7s, kind of disappointing to some, exciting for others. But yeah, it was just a massacre. The Boston 3-party yesterday for sure. The Boston Celtics outscored the Milwaukee Bucks. I don't even know. It was more by 40 points. It was even too much to count. But guys, what do you think about the Game 7 yesterday between the Celtics and the Bucks? Jose, Mr. Giannis guy over here.
Yikes.
Real quick before you go, I know you had your Giannis jersey ready to wear today.
He did.
Case he won.
Yep, he did.
Because he didn't. What, did you return it yet? Or
I think he still has it somewhere out there.
No, I didn't return it. Look, I'm always going to be a Giannis fan for the rest of my life. The guy is a beast. We all know damn well his story's not going to end. He's going to win at least the 2-3 championships before his career is over with. Hopefully it's not with the Milwaukee Bucks. Hopefully it becomes a Chicago Bull. It's going to be a big dream of mine.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I feel it hurts seeing him out. But, I mean, hey, look, you know, that team wasn't fully healthy. They were without their second best player in Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
You know, he looked tired. It seemed like everything fell on his shoulders. You know, he was trying to do it all last night, and he just didn't have it. You know, his shot, like you could just tell, kind of like how they say in soccer, like your legs, you have heavy legs,
dead legs. Yeah,
that's what it kind of seemed like with Giannis. He just every shot he threw up was a little bit more. I just think he was tired overall, man.
This guy watches one FA Cup final and he automatically he's football soccer guy over here.
I've been watching more soccer than I have been basketball lately, guys. Can you believe that?
You're welcome, by the way. You're welcome, John. Yeah, Giannis, he's out. No longer the face of the NBA to you, right?
Absolutely. He never was. Listen, I told you guys last year that's going to be Giannis's only championship. And it shows that, like, I wouldn't even say.
You can't say that, though.
I can't say that, but I can say that because it's true. He's out. He lost to Boston. He was easily the best player on the court. He's supposed to be the face of the NBA, the best in the world right now. And it literally win or go home, and it was his worst game of all his playoff games so far. Like you're talking about his shots. Like he was missing wide open layups. He was just, I don't know, shooting too hard. He was just trying to do too much, and then nobody around him was doing anything. It showed a lot.
That's why. That was the reason why he was trying to do so much, John, because nobody around him was doing anything.
I understand that. But if you're supposedly the best player in the world, then you're gonna make everybody be involved. Because I mean, at that point, he was getting freaking triple team, quadruple team. It's like dish the ball out, make some changes. And it's like to lose that bad You can't do that being the best player in the NBA. I mean, look at how the first games were.
You can't do it alone, man.
Okay, I know you can't do it alone. I'm not saying Giannis to do it alone, but look at how ugly you lost. And shit, we're gonna go in on the Suns too because they lost ugly too. These are one of the worst game sevens ever just because they were blowouts.
And I get that, right? But they took it to a game 7 with him as the only superstar star on their team.
If any, Boston took it to the game 7.
Boston has a healthy team with multiple stars on that team. Jason Tatum.
They literally let a nobody go off, just raining threes on them the whole game.
Come on, man. You can't do that, bro. It's an overall great team in Boston right now.
Did you watch the game?
Absolutely, I watched the game. I want to see my boy Giannis.
You want to see Giannis, like how he says it, playing, bro. So, that's what it is.
Boston sat their best player for almost the whole third quarter, and went on like a 20-3 run.
Look, when you have it, you have it. They had a great shooting night that night. Look, again, Giannis was without his partner in crime, his Robin to his Batman, which was Chris Middleton. They still made it to a game 7. They were still predominantly competitive throughout this series. They just didn't have it. He was tired, man. And the guys around him were not hitting shots. And you've seen these guys hit shots in the Chicago Bulls series. You've seen these guys hit shots in the earlier games in this series.
But you can't even compare the defense of the Bulls to the defense of Boston.
Now. You
can't. There's a reason they were tired. That shows because Boston was on them the whole series. Boston just plays different. Like I told you guys the last episode we had, like looking at how Boston plays Milwaukee versus how our Bulls played Milwaukee, there is a huge gap between the Bulls and Boston and Bucks. It's just
there was just a huge gap overall with the 4 teams that were in there in the Eastern Conference Finals, right? Although the Philadelphia 76ers didn't take it to a game 7, but the gap is still big enough from the top 4 to the last 4 that got eliminated. And to be honest, like you're right. It could go both ways, right? You can say that Boston Celtics overcame a young, healthy, fast, full squad, I guess you can say, Boston Celtics over a kind of worn down, beaten down, injured team who, let's be honest, this team played until late July last year to win the NBA Finals. Absolutely. And then the quick turnaround, probably like 7, 8, 6 weeks later, however long the turnaround was from the NBA Finals to the regular season. It was just too much, and you kind of seen it. The slow start from the Milwaukee Bucks. I mean, they got to where they got eventually where they needed to be, but you could tell tired legs prevailed. Chris Middleton's injury did have an effect in this series, and then the role players just didn't show up. The mistake for Budenholzer was starting Grayson Allen over Bobby Portis. I think if you put some size into this game, it probably would be a different game. Maybe the outcome would still have been the same, but the game would have been different. I don't think the game would have been as big as a blowout. As we go into the comments, Carlitos Way 2208. What's going on, Carlitos? It says, will Dallas be the underdog coming out of the West? Oh, I think so, 100%. I do believe that, and we'll touch base on that a little later on in the show, as we're still talking about the Eastern Conference Finals. You're listening to the Jca Sports Podcast here on Facebook Live. Jose will eventually put out the link out there so you guys to join us, since he's running the board here with us. As you see, we're live here in the Illinois Media School. You're right, exactly. But we're live here talking about the NBA playoffs, and we've seen the Game 7s, disappointing Game 7s overall. Both games were blowouts. We're talking about the Eastern Conference Finals, but let's keep going on with that too a little bit, guys. The matchup. It's not the matchup that everybody wanted, but it's an interesting matchup nevertheless. Simply because you have a Grizzly veteran team in the Miami Heat against the up-and-coming young stars of the Boston Celtics. All right, let's if we go into this just a tad bit more, who has the advantage in this series? Does Boston or Miami?
Listen, before we answer that question, I really think this is a great matchup for the NBA overall. Yeah. Because one, it shows that Miami, you can't use the joke of it was a fluke season, the COVID bubble.
No, right.
That's a team that deserved to be in the finals. They're one series away from going back to the finals.
Yeah.
And then as far as Boston, this has been the same core since before the Kyrie Irving experiment, but they've came a long way. They're no longer, yes, they're young, but they are also taking over the NBA. They're the new faces coming up, along with Luka, who proved it last night. Yeah. And the Game 6, the whole series, he proved these are the new faces. These are teams that deserve to be there. Yeah. I mean, realistically, I think even with the healthy, what's the guy hurt on the Bucks? Chris Middleton.
Yep.
Boston still could have won in 7 the way they played.
I thought
the way they came
agree.
together and played. I think they would have taken on a healthy Bucks team.
Big C's, what's going on?
That's
He says Boston in 6.
Boston in 6. You know what? The way the chemistry is for that team, I just see a better chemistry with Boston than I do Miami. So I think Boston will take it.
All right, Jose, are you putting on your Miami Heat jersey back again on and cheer for the Miami Heat?
He's gonna plug the LeBron.
Bro, you're gonna break my arm every time you smack it. You know what? Just like we said, we were currently on another podcast before this as guests, and
Prime Sports World, what's up, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely. As I told them, guys, I'm going to say it here too. I think Boston wins this in 6. You know, I believe in what's the word I'm looking for?
It's not Giannis.
It's not Giannis. So it's not Giannis.
No. Freak.
I'm sorry. I just don't know what you believe besides Giannis.
Me too. I'm waiting for the word.
I believe in Jesus Almighty.
No.
I believe that the Boston Celtics have something here. Like seriously, they're on momentum. That's what the word I was looking for. Momentum.
Oh, wow.
I believe hugely in momentum, and they have that right now. You look, the East was significantly better than the West.
Yeah,
so far.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Boston had the toughest road to get where they're at right now. They had to face Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Brooklyn Nets. Then they had to go and face the defending champions in Giannis and that crew. And now here they are in Miami. They're legit.
100%.
They're legit. Now Miami is no scrub too.
No.
Jimmy Butler is one of the best on the ball defenders in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
And you know him versus Jason Tatum is going to be a matchup that is going to be very, very intriguing going forward. So as much as look, I'm going to give all the credit, all the respect to Miami Heat. The fact that they're here, they're deep as hell. They can defend. They're tough, and offensively, you know they could score. But there's something in me just telling Boston's going to come out and prevail.
Yeah, all right.
What it is.
You know what? I've been wrong about every NBA playoff series so far, other than the Chicago Bulls, even though I got them for a sweep. But I've been kind of completely wrong about the whole NBA playoffs. So maybe what I'm about to say is not relevant enough. But I think I agree. Eduardo Prado here saying that I can't bet against Jimmy Butler.
That's my boy Prado. What up, Prado?
Because he's a dog. And that's where I'm leaning towards too as well. I'm leaning towards a little bit of Miami Heat simply because they're that veteran team. Don't really have superstars like that. They have Jimmy Butler and a couple great all-stars and a young star.
Jimmy's their only superstar.
Yeah, and Bam Adebayo. But they're coached by Eric Spoelstra, who's been there, done that. And the year that I said the Miami Heat is that dark horse to make the NBA Finals, they're not the dark horse this year, but to me, they're one of the favorites to get there. Now, their odds were that the Boston Celtics are the favorites to win it all. I still believe that's kind of disrespecting the other team out in the West, so we're going to get into a little bit later on. But to me, I think the Miami Heat in 6. I do believe that Miami Heat will have enough. I think the magnitude of this playoff series will catch on to these young cats in the Boston Celtics. Yes, they'll play hard. They'll get it through. But when it comes to crunch time and the way that how the Miami Heat play defense, I think that's will probably will prevail the Miami Heat in winning in 6. Guys, I want to know what you guys think. The comments are the link is on here to join us, talk here on the Jca Sports Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube. Make sure you guys follow all our social media platforms too as well.
Carlito's also in the comments. What up, Carlitos?
Yeah, he did. That's a good question. Who has the best bench, Miami or Boston? If used right by a smidge, I want to say Miami.
I think Miami has
the deepest. Yeah,
the thing is, right, Miami can go literally 10 deep.
Yeah,
and each guy will score double figures.
Yeah,
that's how deep they are.
Yeah.
I agree. No, I agree. I just feel like where Boston has the edge is that they have a more true number 2.
Yeah,
versus Miami.
They have a true number 2, a true number 3,
and then out of nowhere, nobody who goes off for number 4. But it really depends. Like because I don't see Jimmy scoring, crazy points like Jason Tatum and Giannis did last series.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna get his like 20. He's gonna play hard. He's gonna defend hard, get everybody involved. But that's where it just falls back on like the number 2, like I mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Boston was able to sit Jason for almost the whole third quarter, and they still went on a run.
Mm-hmm.
You still got Marcus Smart going off, and then everybody just getting buckets. So yes, Miami does have on paper the deeper bench, but starting 5-wise, Boston has the edge. So I think it's because realistically, you never know what Tyler Hero is going to come out.
Yeah,
Bam. Before the playoff started, you could pencil him in for the double-double, and he's kind of been inconsistent.
Yeah, 100%.
So that's why it's kind of I'm iffy on it. And I like to Jose's point earlier. Sorry, Boston has the momentum. Miami does deserve to be here. It's gonna show because I think this series is gonna go to 7. I don't see either team winning in 6, but I just feel like with the momentum, with the lack of a true number 2, I got to give it to Boston.
All in all, we're hoping for a great series in the Eastern Conference. That hasn't really.
As long as Game 7 ain't a blowout.
Right, exactly. And speaking of another blowout, you're right. We're going to go to the Western Conference Finals, and this game was over when Luka tied his shoes in the locker room. This game wasn't even close, y'all. Hey, what's going on? We got your dad up here saying, "Hey guys."
Hi, Dad.
There you go. Making his daddy proud. But yeah, this game wasn't even close from the start. Luka and the Mavericks were just shooting threes all day and making them buckets. They had every single move that they got. They had the Phoenix Suns in their back pocket. I'm telling you, this game wasn't even close. I swear, this game was over the moment Luka tied his shoes. Guys, what was the most surprising thing about this game? How well the Dallas Mavericks were shooting the ball, or how disappointing the Phoenix Suns were having a Game 7 at home to clinch to go to the Western Conference Finals? Jose or John, hit them at it. Rock, paper, scissors.
Dude, I'm not going to lie. I was surprised that the Mavericks were even going to come. I did not give them a shot at all. I did not think they were going to win the series. Look, yeah. I thought the Phoenix Suns had something to prove from last year losing in the finals. I was like, you know what? These guys literally, they're going to go back.
Yeah.
They're going to go back. Chris Paul wants his ring. Devin Booker, he's on a, they're on a mission.
Yeah.
And then you have a talented squad. I thought was the more talented squad with DeAndre Ayton, with like I said, Devin Booker, Chris Paul. You just name them, right? They're there. And the fact that Luka put like, you know what? Get on my back. Let me take you to the promised land. Dude, they went off. They went off.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
John, what was more surprising to you? The way the Mavs play or how disappointing the Suns were at home?
I gotta agree with Jose. It's definitely the way the Suns played, the way they didn't play, you should say. They were at home. There was at the start of the series, I was even saying the Suns would sweep them. We were talking about it before the series started that Luka doesn't have a really good team around him. Like he's a dog, he's gonna get his points, but then yesterday it's like they went off, and then on top of that, you just seen the Suns just turnover after turnover, missed shots. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because I watched both games yesterday. So it seemed like with the Bucks game, for like almost half the game, a foul was getting called every single play. And it's like, okay, they couldn't get no momentum. Whereas like literally for the Suns, they just kept shooting themselves in the foot, digging the hole deeper and deeper. Like at one time, I think it was the second quarter, they were down like 20 already, 25. I was like, are you serious? Dude. It was embarrassing. And it just, I think it's like you said, we all thought they were gonna come out hungry this year, go back to try to win it. It looked like it would be easier for them to win it because we did predict that the Bucks would meet them again. They would get but the Bucks are down to number 2, so it'd be easier for the Suns. But man, the Suns just they I would say they choked bigger than the Bucks did. Like they literally
100%.
Like I'm a little biased because I like KD and Kyrie, but I could say the Suns choked worse than the Nets did.
They did. 100%. There's no way they should have lost this series. There's no way they should have. At least, okay, if they lost, they lost. If the Mavericks were the better team and they show they were, then that's fine. But you literally crapped the bed. You crapped the bed. Mm-hmm. You are so much better than what you showed yesterday, and the fact that you went out like that, wow. I'm speechless, bro.
Yeah, it's embarrassing.
Very.
Everybody expected the Suns to blow out.
Everybody, like we said, we call it sweep, maybe a gentleman's sweep. I mean, I think we all kind of agree on that part.
Yeah.
For it to go to a Game 7 was surprising enough. Mm-hmm. For the way it ended is even more surprising and more daunting for sure, 100%. And it's crazy because Luka had the same amount of points as the Suns did at halftime, total points. That's we literally saw
like what it's an incredible stat for Luka, but it's an embarrassing stat
for the Phoenix Suns.
Mm-hmm. I feel like that's what it's more. It's more blame on the Suns than you do give credit to Luka and his team. I mean, mind you, all respect to Luka. Luka's definitely I think everybody knew he was a superstar, even more of a superstar now. But even then, like you still hear the talk. You see everybody on Twitter, Instagram. They're still saying it's more of a Suns choke than it is a upset by the Mavs. Like actually like showing up and outplaying them.
Yeah, like if you're the Golden State Warriors, you don't think like that. You don't think like that at all. You take this competition, you take the Dallas Mavericks seriously, because if Luka showed you something, the Mavericks showed you something, they're here to play.
So what went wrong? That's what I think. That's $1 million question, right? What went wrong with the Phoenix Suns?
I think my part is just he has it. I think Chris Paul just ain't got it, man. Like he's slowing down.
He never did.
No, he had it. Eric's the biggest Chris Paul hater I know.
You guys call him a point.
Eric, you need to have your own show with Patrick Beverly, the way you be hating on Chris Paul, man.
Bro, like the way you guys call him a point guard.
Chris Paul hater.
Right, but for right reasons.
Every single team better. I mean, he's been on.
Okay,
he's leading to the playoffs every single year.
So like, but the elevation of making the team better and only making to the playoffs and not make last year was the second time
it to the finals last year.
Right. His first trip.
And then before he went to Phoenix, he took a nobody OKC team to the playoffs.
To the playoffs. And so if the playoffs is just the standard to be called a god, then goddamn, we gotta call LeBron Jesus or something. We gotta call LeBron something else. You're giving him
because of that. It's because of he took teams to playoffs. It's literally because of the actual like player he is on the court, off the court. He's been around for years since the
right. I get that.
Since the Lakers and the NBA vetoed that trade, him and Kobe were gonna do work. They're gonna do damage.
Right, 100%.
It's his career, but mind you, it's like. I feel like Chris Paul has blown up more now with like this social media era, but he's been doing this thing for just as long as LeBron has.
And I
agree.
You
got to respect him as the best point guard in the league.
Nah, Steph Curry by miles.
Right
Curry by miles.
Right now, talent wise, you want to give it to Steph Curry.
Talent wise, yes, I can give it to Steph.
But a true point guard is Chris Paul. He is what a true point guard. The definition of a point guard, the picture of Chris Paul, it will literally be in that. Just like Steve Nash, Jason Kidd. Those are true point guards.
Prime Rose.
Right. Those are.
No. Prime Rose is not a true point guard. No.
What Carlitos wants to ask, what will be the next? What's next for CP3?
I hope he retires because I don't want to see his face again, bro. I ain't gonna lie. He has it. He doesn't have it anymore, guys. Come on, man. Seriously. Like, I don't understand the love and infatuation for Chris Paul. This guy's only been to 2 conference finals and 1 NBA finals in 17 years. And you guys call him a point guard simply because he has the stats and numbers. Like, it's just.
But that is the team that's constructed around him.
But apparently he makes every team better though.
Same thing about Jessica.
If the playoffs is just the limit for you to become a god, then I swear to God.
We're talking about his career overall. We're not saying just because he makes the playoffs. Talking about his career overall.
I mean, it's a decent career. 2 gold medals.
Look at all the point guards that have been all-stars and get like thrown in the top 5 with Chris Paul. Where are they at now? Who has consistently been top 5 with Chris Paul for as long as he's been playing?
The Phoenix Suns were not the Phoenix Suns until Chris Paul got there. And John Mick has a good point. Every team this guy goes on, even the Oklahoma City Thunder, when they traded for Chris Paul and he was there,
the Clippers,
they were even playoff contention. It was crazy.
I get that one. That kind of resurrected Lob City. I get on that. But that's about it. It was all hype.
If the trade never got vetoed with him going to play with Kobe and the Lakers, he would have had a championship. Without a doubt.
Absolutely.
Probably had it 2. Yeah, he probably had it 2.
His career overall, like I'm saying, like look at from when he started, all the point, he's always been top 5. So who else do you name around him? Recently Steph has dominated over the last 10 years now.
Yeah, give or take, yeah.
About you can say about like 10 years, yeah. But before there was Steph, there's Chris Paul. And now that there's Steph, guess what? There's still Chris Paul. He's still, he's still top 3. You can say he's a top 3 point guard in the league since when Steph caught fire. Because Steph wasn't all that when he came up. D-Rose was owning him. Westbrook was owning him. And then that's when he became the big 3 shooter. And then, you got Kyrie with the handles. Although he has put Chris Paul on skates a couple times, so has Steph Curry. But I'm just saying, consistently looking at his career, Chris Paul has always kept his name in top 5. If not top 3, top 5 since he's been.
Still a fraud. When the big one comes in the playoffs, he doesn't show up. He didn't show up yesterday. He hasn't showed up in the playoffs even when he got there. And then last year that he got to the NBA Finals. Congratulations, first time. Same thing. The show got too big for him. Let's go to the comments. What you got, Jose?
Uncle Day-Day.
What up, Deontay? Uncle Day-Day.
Uncle Day-Day himself.
Chicago's favorite uncle.
That's right. Chicago's favorite uncle says, Phoenix got out coach. Give Jason Kidd his flowers. Absolutely. Jason Kidd deserves it, man. That guy.
He does.
He deserves it. To go back to Dallas where he won his championship, and the coach Luka and those
Steve
boys.
Nash, take notes.
Steve Nash, take notes for real. And that's crazy because Steve Nash has a much more talented team, at least on paper. He does.
He does.
But
He definitely has much more.
But that's where you would put coaching at its finest right there, and why you would put it over inexperience for sure.
Yeah, I think there was a video I seen on Instagram earlier today with Jason Kidd. Literally just talking and just yelling his defensive promise of what he needed to do, yelling baseline, go up, stay up, literally that video lasted 40 seconds, but throughout those whole 40 seconds, you just hear Jason Kidd just coaching them and telling them what to do. And I think that's going to be a good, that's a good thing for that kid. Look, yesterday, Luka had a game. Yeah, it's getting out there that it's mainly more of a Suns choke than it is a Luka performance, and it's all right. I guess you could put that because of the bigger names that are on the Phoenix squad, and you're not going to give any credit to. But are you guys going to give the Dallas Mavericks any chance or any shot to make this a series against the Golden State Warriors?
Before we do that, Tony and I is also in the comments. I think it was more on Booker to show up than CP3. Obviously, CP3 is to blame, but Booker has to take majority of it.
Oh, for sure. I think everybody didn't show up yesterday.
I could agree because even with CP3 on this team, it's Booker's team.
100%.
Yeah.
110%.
And then it'll make it worse that he was crying for fouls.
Yeah, for sure.
Luka was shown just laughing at him. It's embarrassing.
Oh, dude, that rivalry is going to be good between them too. You could tell there's some type of hatred between them, at least a little bit. Even more now.
Yeah, you could tell they were,
Yeah, but the Western Conference Finals, guys, is set. The Dallas Mavericks, Golden State. John, who do you have? Can this be a series? Can the Dallas Mavericks make it a series? How Golden State Warriors have been playing?
I definitely think it's going to be a series just because Mavericks have momentum. They beat realistically the best team in the West. So you can't sleep on them. And then realistically for go to State, I just feel like Steph isn't old Steph no more. You don't know what Clay you're gonna get. You're gonna get Game 6 Clay, or you're gonna get the Clay still coming off an injury. Draymond, he's not what he used to be. Like he's just there to make noise. Yell at the team. Keep his whatever bad guy, bad boy image. Poole's been pretty consistent. He had a couple off games. But that's why I feel like the Mavericks just playing together as a team with, I forgot who was it that said the coaching.
Mm-hmm. Deontay,
like that. You can't sleep on them.
All right.
I could see this going to Game 7, but you're gonna need Steph Curry to come out and be MVP Steph, because right now, looking into Game 1, Luka is the best scorer on that court.
Yeah, 100%. You're absolutely right. Especially, and we've been seeing that literally throughout the
Splash Brothers and just Luka.
No, and Jordan Poole.
Don't forget Jordan Poole, man.
Going off, okay, little Splash Brothers.
At least give some credit, because Uncle Day he'll get upset if you don't say nothing about the pool party.
The pool party.
Jose, what about you, man? Can Dallas make it a series, or is it going to be a short, quick one?
I'm surprised my boy Ed Prada here saying he'll take Dallas in 6. I'm not taking Dallas at all. Look, I picked the Phoenix Suns to beat the Dallas Mavericks because I thought they were a more talented team, and I stick by it. They just crapped the bed. The Golden State Warriors are a much, much more talented team than the Dallas Mavericks are. I'm not trying to disrespect Dallas in any type of way, but Golden State is not Phoenix. Steph Curry is not Chris Paul.
Yep. That's the true point guard.
Klay Thompson is not Devin Booker, and Jordan Poole is much better than any other person on that Phoenix Suns team. These guys know how to win championships.
Yeah,
these guys have been here before. You have Klay Thompson, who's back, who was literally the factor in that last game when they eliminated Memphis. And again, you still have Draymond Green, who nobody is mentioning, who's still one of the best defenders out there, who's a big. This team is stacked. They don't need. Look, they have the 2 smash brothers, but in my opinion,
don't forget about Andrew Wiggins coming off the bench.
You never know what Wiggins you're gonna get.
No. You don't know what Wiggins
rebounding. You're gonna get rebounding. You're gonna get rebounding. You're gonna get someone who can literally play above the rim.
Yep.
This man is. Oh my god. This team is legit. This team, I think we all picked them to go to the finals. I'm still picking them. I'm not
No, I never picked them to go to the finals.
You did?
I did. I was the only one.
Phoenix?
I picked Phoenix.
Okay, so he picked Phoenix. We both went Golden State.
I went Golden State. I thought you went Phoenix.
No, I went Golden State.
I thought you had the rematch. You had the rematch.
I had the rematch, and then CP.
See, look, we're all getting it right
I'm
here.
just saying, look.
Woo! That's the 7. Wow, that's a good one.
Wow, you guys are really on that.
You guys really on that.
Dallas got momentum, and
I agree.
To be honest, I don't think Golden State has a good bench. Like everybody you just named is their starters.
Do they need it
aside from Wiggins? Yeah,
well, Jordan Poole actually comes off the bench.
He actually does comes off the bench. It's still efficient enough where he's still coming off the bench.
Yeah,
but whether if you want to see it or not.
Party, there's nobody else.
I don't know about that.
I mean, if Draymond gets ejected again, then what? Because I get what you're saying about Draymond being a good defender, but he's not old Draymond no more. He's not, bro.
What's old Draymond?
Look what you needed from Dallas.
Old Draymond is when he was considered a part of the big three before KD joined.
Okay, but here's the thing. Look what you needed for Dallas to defeat the Phoenix Suns. You needed both.
You needed Phoenix to choke.
You needed exactly. Yes. I was gonna go there too. You did though. You did. You needed Phoenix to choke, and then you also needed both Luka and who was the other guy that was it Dinwiddie?
Oh, Dinwiddie.
You needed both
Spencer
of them.
Dinwiddie.
You need them both. You needed both of them to go off. I'm sorry, Golden State's not gonna choke.
Yeah.
They have way too much talent to do that.
So what you're saying is the Warriors in 4?
Nah, it's gonna go 7 games.
I'll give Dallas.
I think both series are gonna go
6.
Both series are going
6.
7 games.
I see 6.
I'll say 6.
I see 6 between the Warriors and the Mavericks, and I see the Warriors coming out. Would you be surprised if it's less than 6 games though from the Warriors?
No.
You'll be surprised. Would you be?
I'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
Luka's on a mission. If anybody in this postseason is on a mission, is Luka.
Yeah. Well, you're absolutely right. Not only that, I think the Warriors also have something to do. I think they want to prove themselves that they're actually back, and the West is still ran by them. Like the West is still ours, and they could still win without them too. Definitely 100%. I don't know what nope is. Nope what, Day-Day? Nope what, Day-Day? That nope can't say anything. What is that?
There's this movie coming out every time it comes in.
Oh yeah, nope. I seen that one. Nope. That one's a good one.
Nope, I'm not watching that. Nope.
The Jca Sports Podcast here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow all our Jca Sports social medias. Thank you, sir. On Instagram and TikTok and Twitter as well. You could catch us live every Monday and Wednesday, same time, same place at 9 o'clock. Guys, there's news coming out of the Chicago Bulls that Lonzo Ball's knee was worse than expected. Whether the Bulls doctors catch that or not, that's still the story ready to tell. But how'd you guys feel about the news about Lonzo Ball today, and then how bad it really was compared to what was really said? Jose.
When I heard this today in the morning, I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me, bro. Like Lonzo Ball was I didn't think we were gonna win the series against Milwaukee, even if Lonzo was healthy.
Yep.
But he still is a key factor in our team.
Mm-hmm.
The way he operates on the floor, he gives us a way much better chance to win any game that he's in, and the offense is just different. 100% different.
Definitely runs different.
Way different. They're much more quicker team. They like to run in transition. These guys are explosive. These guys are they're great when he's on that team. But the fact that he isn't, it sucks. And listening to this, I just have questions like how much longer? Is he gonna be ready? Is he gonna be ready for next season? Do you have to maybe look on moving him, or does that switch your mindset if you're Arturas Carcinovas on how this team is constructed, on whether you keep someone like Kobe White, whether you keep someone, just another guard or bring another guard in? I think they had too many.
Mm-hmm.
DeRozan and Levine, as you saw when Lonzo was out, they had the ball, in their hand a lot more than they should have. You put a true point guard in Lonzo Ball there. Then they get to pick their spots. He gets to run the floor and then pass it, and they get that open look.
Yeah,
you don't have that. You don't have that without him, and it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
It sucks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the news about John Lonzo Ball, news about his knee. Apparently, it's worse than expected. How'd you feel about the news? What was your reaction?
I was actually pretty pissed, man. It's like just our luck. It is
another point guard with another knee injury.
Exactly.
Huh?
We don't have a point guard. Let's say point guard. Though, hey, I told you guys a couple years ago, we should have went and got Chris Paul before he went to Phoenix. We're looking a lot different now. Just saying. But no, you know what? Eric Chase is killing you right now.
And you want to stay healthy.
Anyway, realistically, I feel like we're not gonna see Lonzo at all next year.
Really? You think
it's that? I mean, if it's worse, if he's not recovering, then he's probably gonna need to get some type of procedure done or surgery, and then he got to rehab. That's why I really think this is a sign that we got to go like all in. I mean, hell, it's just if we really want to make noise, go try to trade for Dame. We need a point guard. We need an elite point guard.
That one probably makes sense on the Facebook
Overall,
comments.
we need to get an elite player.
Yeah.
Let's go get an elite point guard now.
100%. I agree. And Edward Prado over here says that the Bulls should trade Levine. Funny you should mention that. And that's a great segue where I'm about to go with this, simply because there's a guy in Chicago that was in Chicago that is no longer there that we traded for per Zach Levine, right? And Jimmy Butler. Trade wrong. Did the Bulls get the trade wrong between Zach Levine and Jimmy Butler? Jose.
Oh yeah, 100%. Look, you see Jimmy Butler, and ever since he left, the man has only been able to prosper. It doesn't matter what team he has been on. He went to Minnesota. They went to the playoffs. He left Minnesota. It took him forever to get back to the playoffs. Goes to Philly. The team's in the playoffs. They I don't know if anybody remembers, right?
Tobias Harris, who?
No, but I don't know if anybody remembers though. But look,
there you go.
But they almost beat the Toronto Raptors, who ended up winning the championship that year.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for Kawhi Leonard and that miracle of a three that he shot at the end of the game to win,
facts.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
They were literally that close.
Yeah.
Game 7,
Absolutely.
With Jimmy Butler leading the fade.
Yeah.
Then he goes. Tobias Harris too. Then they traded for Tobias Harris. He goes to Miami Heat. And I mean he goes to the finals, NBA finals, and now they have a chance to go again if they beat Boston. How do you not pick Jimmy Butler over Zach Levine?
No, I agree.
John,
absolutely. I remember when the trade went down, I was like super pissed. I get it. You had to move Jimmy out for a business move, but I just felt like Jimmy for Zach wasn't fair straight up. I seen Zach as this up and coming star, a lot of potential, and looking at how he played this last series, your last game. I always tell you guys, you're only as good as your last game.
Facts.
Only as good as your last game, and unfortunately, Zach was a bust in the playoffs this year.
No show.
Zach was a no show. Yes, I've been a Zach fan since he's been on the Bulls because I'm gonna support my team. He's got better every single year, but he didn't show up in the playoffs. And it's just. I still don't think he deserves a max contract. Whereas a player like Jimmy, you wouldn't question giving Jimmy a max contract.
No, not at all. Not the way he's been playing.
All right, we were having a little technical difficulties here where I wasn't able to see the comments and a whole bunch of other butt stuff. But real quick before we move on, Carlito says it felt like another D-Rose situation with Lonzo. I hope it's not that
100%.
bad. I hope it's not that bad. Prada says he wouldn't mind Zach Levine and the Lakers. I don't think.
That's another team.
That's another team. Uncle Dede, of course, say who do you move to get
everybody? Everybody go.
No, they were Portland.
They were just Portland.
Yeah, they were just Portland. 100%.
We gotta keep the Rosen. Vooch, Zach, and a first rounder.
Does Jimmy Butler become the player he is without
for Dame?
Coaching change?
Yeah. Vooch, Zach, and a first rounder for Dame.
So in other words, we're trading Portland's pick that we have from them to them again for Zach and Vooch.
Yeah.
Why do you want to get rid of Vooch so bad?
Look, man. If
Vooch
doesn't fit,
keep Vucevic here. You need to pair him with a true center. Who can help his deficiency.
DeAndre Ayton is that guy.
I don't want to hear DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton's about to be free.
He literally crapped the bed yesterday.
Okay.
Just like everybody in the Phoenix Suns, homie.
Would you rather get rid of Pat Williams over
No,
Vooch?
I will keep Pat Williams and hold him.
All right, that's why. Then that's why I'm trading Vooch.
No, don't trade Vooch.
Man.
You bring Dame, Vooch has to go.
Yeah, that's true.
Because
that's true.
Ultimately, we have to keep DeRozan and Dame together.
Yeah.
That's the overall goal, is to bring Dame over here to play with.
Obviously, Portland won't give up just any. I mean, they won't just want anybody. They would want a haul.
Yeah, they'll probably want like Zach.
We're gonna have to get a haul. That's right. You're gonna have to do Zach and Vooch.
But okay. But Dame and DeRozan isn't enough to.
It is with Pat Williams, with Caruso.
And you bring DeAndre Ayton to this team because that brings some toughness defensively in the center role that we didn't have.
What about what if we keep Vooch and you trade away Lonzo Ball? You can't keep Lonzo Ball if you get Dame.
But you're not going to get a lot for Lonzo.
You're not going to
get. Might not even play next
exactly
year.
The injury. You might as well just keep.
Then wait till he comes back healthy and then trade him.
Which is another year. I feel like they're downplaying it. I feel like they know it's a really bad injury.
I think so too. Yeah, I honestly do believe so too.
Exactly. I feel like dude's not going to see the court next year.
And that's what it is, and especially if you're talking about when did he leave? He didn't play since what, December? January, somewhere around there.
Yeah, he played. It was around January.
Around January.
It was early this year.
We're already what, May 16th. We already are 4 months in, and he still says he's feeling pain in his knee. To this day. This is not your normal knee injury where we know something's wrong. He already had surgery, was going under the knife, and he still feels pain. This is something else. This is something else in here that we just don't know what's going on. And I agree with John. If somehow, some way you still keep Lonzo, even though he's not going to play, well, guess what? You think Lonzo would be a perfect backup for Dame to get his time back?
Hell yeah.
Lonzo could still play the 2-guard too. You know, just in case that filling that void with Zach LaVine, maybe possibly if that's what you're going for, right? You trade Zach, you sign Zach, you trade him, you trade Vooch, you bring in DeAndre Ayton, give him the max contract that he wants, that he deserved while he was in Phoenix. That's why he feels very disrespected. You say Patrick Williams, if Pat Will can stay healthy, then he let him play the 4. But if you're giving me a team of Damian Lillard, DeMar DeRozan, Patrick Williams, and DeAndre Ayton, sign me up. Eastern Conference Finals. Eastern Conference semis. Let me pump my brakes real quick. Real quick. But I think they'll actually come out of the first round of the playoffs if that scenario would have played out.
Well, we'll see. Well, I have full trust in Carson Novas and Eversley because what they've done so far is improve this team vastly. And they were a playoff team this year when they weren't nowhere near it the last few years.
Yeah.
Right.
And as long as they continue to take a step forward from here on out, I'm 100%
Jose,
happy.
real quick before you switch around, I do agree. We have faith in the front office now, but I just feel like not even they expected for Lonzo to get this type of injury, and it's like, okay, now you don't got to hit the panic button, but behind closed doors they gotta have plan B, C, D all the way to Z in case to prepare for Lonzo to not play or play and get hurt right away. Because we saw it this year without a true point guard, because we don't have a point. We have a decent backup point guard, but he's not a true point guard to actually do something in the playoffs.
Yeah. That's where I agree with you wholeheartedly.
We'll see where Io goes, because that's where Io is supposed to step in. As young as he is, you saw flashes. He needs to.
I like that one.
He needs to continue to develop to see so he can become that point guard.
Eventually, or maybe a 2, even 2.
We got to move on for time's sake.
Yeah, exactly. The Jca Sports Podcast here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Guys, make sure you follow the Jca Sports Podcast in the social media platform and all our social media platforms, including Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, so John Zaplaya, Jose Contreras, myself, Eric Avila, we're here, guys. The link is on here if you guys want to join sports with us, talk sports with us. But we're switching gears here to the NFL. The schedule came out last year. Oh, dang, I was looking it up. Schedule came out last year for our Chicago Bears. Man,
you know you messing with here.
Yeah, last week. What I say? Last month?
I said last year.
Last week. My bad. Yeah, right. Last week, the schedule came out. NFL regular schedule came out, and we want to know what your guys' prediction is for this upcoming season. Let's go with the negative Nancy down at the very end.
Before we do that, of course, we're Bears fans, which is why we're only showing Bears. But I know there's a lot of guys on here. My boy Prada, he's a Philadelphia Eagles fans. You don't just have to talk about the Chicago Bears. If you guys put in the comments whatever team, whatever games you want to know, we'll go ahead and predict what what we think they would do.
Put your schedule up.
Exactly.
We'll talk.
We'll talk sports.
We'll talk sports.
We'll talk sports.
I know.
We're just gonna get into some Chicago Bears because that's our team.
I'm here. The camera angle that we have right here, it looks like I'm gone, but I'm still here because I'm chilling back. So I'm still here. But negative Nancy over there.
I can make it.
Bro, I'm not a negative Nancy.
Negative Nancy.
First of all, I can honestly say I religiously wear Bears gear every Sunday, unlike you guys.
I wear it every Sunday. Shut up.
My boy Spence, Chocolate City in the comments. What's up, Spence? He's a Colts fan. All right, we'll talk Colts.
They got a new quarterback.
Matty Ice.
Matty Ice.
Noodle Ice.
Nah, he's still Matty Ice, bro.
Noodle Ryan. Sorry.
Look, man.
All right, negative Nancy, go.
I'm not negative Nancy. I love the Bears. I'm just mad that we haven't even got better offensively, or we got worse defensively. As far as we didn't get better for next year. Long-term wise, the draft, this is, one of our best drafts. But as far as like competing next year, this year, a couple months, I see 5 wins, maybe 7 max. It's gonna be ugly
5
season.
wins.
5 wins.
All right, so hold on. Let's
5 wins.
Okay,
really?
Hold on.
It's gonna be ugly.
So what I wanted to do, right? I wanted to go literally game by game. All right. So I think we could all pick at the same time, right? San Francisco 49ers.
Win depending on the quarterback.
You're come on.
That's
bro.
a loss.
Win.
Are you really starting off this way?
Wait, can we
Win.
look at
The
this?
cap.
Look at how they started us off, bro. A loss at home and then Sunday Night Football loss.
That's 2 L's, Eric.
1-1.
No, my God.
1-1. Trey Lance is the quarterback. Give me the Bears W. 1-1.
No, bro, it doesn't even matter. Look at the coach they got.
1-1.
They got over there.
1-1.
Eric.
Trey Lance would beat us.
1-1.
Eric.
Okay.
We'll win the home opener. 1-1.
Eric will win our first game. Our opening game.
1-1.
We'll lose to the 49ers.
We got 2 L's here.
All right, 1-1.
All right.
All right.
Texans.
2-1.
No, why'd you skip week 2?
We already said loss, bro. Like, what is there to talk
I
about?
want to hear you.
I've been saying 1-1 for like
All
the
right.
last 30 seconds. I say 1-1.
Okay.
Yeah. So now
Wait. So do we have a chance on Sunday Night Football?
the
or
Sunday
no?
Night Football, I'm just hoping to get drunk and get
How
the next
do we
day
have a
off.
shot against the San Francisco 49ers, but we don't have a shot against the Green Bay Packers? The Niners are an overall better team than the Packers are right now. Overall better team. Now, if you're talking quarterback, the Green Bay has a better quarterback.
I ain't gonna lie. Who owns us?
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, there you go.
That.
1-1. Next, week 3. What we got?
God.
Week 3 is going to be our first win.
It's gonna be our
2-1.
It's going to be our first win.
2-1.
Giants.
3-1.
This guy's.
This dude said 3-1.
Okay, look, I agree that they beat the Giants. I agree that they beat the Texans, but they're 2-2 in my book.
3-1.
2-2 there.
2-2
there.
They
Because
lose.
most likely this is a game that Saquon gets hurt against us.
They lose.
Oh my God. Guys, what do you think? Keep coming.
Serious, bro.
Follow
Week
us too.
5, Saquon's gonna get hurt.
Saquon Barkley, the Giants running back. You're claiming he's gonna get hurt in week number
Oh
4.
my God.
So don't pick him up on fantasy.
That is what you're saying. No more. All right, cool.
He screwed me last year.
Hey, he did too. He did too. 2 leagues for me too. Don't gotta lie. All right, I got what is that? 3-1.
Week 5 against the Vikings.
3-2.
We're at Vikings.
3-2.
They're
That's a
losing.
loss.
That's a loss. 3-2.
Washington, they're losing.
That's a loss.
That's a loss.
4-2.
River
with Carson Wentz.
4-2.
Loss.
4-2.
Riverboat Ron is a way better coach than what he's. I can't speak about.
You can't speak about it. 4-2.
But I put my trust in Riverboat Ron.
Got it. I don't know. Our computer just literally tweaked out.
New England Patriots.
New England Patriots. That's
an L. That's 4-3. Especially
That's an L.
that's at over there at that's at New England, right?
Oh no.
That is an L.
Oh yeah, it actually went out on our Facebook page too. Oh wow, Lord, sorry about that, guys. We got technical difficulties here.
Dallas Cowboys is the next one after that.
After the Patriots at Cowboys, that's when they go 500.
That's my upset win.
That's when they go 4-4 to me.
What's wrong with you guys?
But that's because I hate the Cowboys.
I know that's why he hates the Cowboys. That's the Cowboy hitting him.
Cowgirls, so that's the upset win.
That's the upset. To me, that's where they go 4-4.
You know what? If y'all want to go to the game, let's go to that game together.
But then we ain't going to Dallas for that.
Why not?
Why?
So we can get drunk in our Bears gear and then celebrate the upset win at their home field.
I think I had Sophie that year. That day.
If we're going to Texas, I'm gonna go see my boy Spencer over there. What up, Spencer?
No, but that's where they go 4-4. They go 500 there. Week 9 against Miami.
This is cat. That's a loss.
That's a loss.
Tua with his new weapon, Tariq Hill. L.
It's Tua though.
Still a loss.
Tua. He's still
5-4.
Oh my God, Eric.
The Lions, week 10.
Loss.
Here in Chicago.
Here, what's a win?
Here's
That's
a win.
That's a win.
Here's
here.
a win.
6-4.
Let me look for this damn. Where was this?
6-4. Week 11 against the Falcons.
That's a win. I don't even know who the Falcons quarterback is.
7-4 for me right there.
7.
Eric,
Oh,
what is your problem?
7-4.
terrible, man.
You
Look, I got, what is it, 1?
hold on. I called you the Kool-Aid man coming in with that red ass jacket earlier.
Yeah, fucking Arsenal.
Now I really think
Motherfuckers.
Arsenal sucks, by the way.
God damn it.
Now I really think you're drinking the Kool-Aid. There's no way the Bears are gonna have 7 wins this
You're
year.
not even a Justin Fields fan.
Who said that?
You have not once jumped on the hype train for Justin Fields.
I said we had a better quarterback from last year.
Yeah.
That's not. I don't have to jump on no hype train. Hey, what up, Matt?
7-4.
7-4.
What's up, Matt?
Right there.
With no legit wide receiver 1.
7-4.
No elite defense.
7-4. The schedule is too easy, guys.
Easy where?
I could tell you
I
this
just
right.
told you L over here. Look, right now we're at 4 wins.
I got him 7-4, especially the win against the Falcons.
Thanksgiving, we're gonna have only 4 wins.
All right,
At the Jets.
New York Jets.
That's another win.
No, I feel like
That's
Jets
a
will beat
loss.
us.
That's another
That's a
win.
loss.
The
The
Jets will beat us.
The Jets have gotten significantly better. I think the
It's
Jets.
still the Jets.
The Jets are going to be the surprising team this year. Big loss coming week 15. We'll get there, brother. We'll get there. Green Bay.
Loss.
That's another loss.
That's another
I
loss.
don't see us beating the
Listen,
Packers at all, home or away.
The Vikings and Packers are gonna sweep us.
No, I think the Bears will beat.
Yes, I agree. With
I
you
do not.
100% on
Nope.
that. Bye week. We lose it from the bye
We
week.
lose our bye week too.
We lose the bye week.
They'll
How
go.
about this-
They'll go back-to-back
how about
losses
we-
against the
who-
Packers and the
who
Eagles.
player are
Who was it that said we had to win the bye week? Was that Tressman or was that Nagy? Which one? Was
I
it?
think it was Tressman.
Was it Tressman?
Tressman said we got to win the.
We got to win the bye week.
dumbass.
Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, the Bears. This is where the Bears are going to have the longest losing streak of the season. Losing against the Packers, losing against the Eagles, and losing
Bro,
against
what
the
are you
Bills.
talking about? It's starting with the Jets.
Wait,
Jets,
no,
Packers,
the
Eagles,
losing streak. The losing streak started with Vikings. They're gonna lose, and they're gonna lose in Minnesota. Going all the way. They're not gonna get their next win until they face. They're not gonna win. Dude, they're not gonna get their next
No,
win. until they face
they'll beat the Lions at
Yeah,
home week
they're
10.
not gonna win. I'm sorry, Eric.
So
No.
the way we see it, we're gonna have 2 losing streaks
Yes,
going from week
Yes.
5 all the way to week 10,
right.
and then it starts again week 12 all the way to.
That's it. That's it. I only got 5 wins.
We're gonna win either week
I'm losing my
17 or
voice.
week 18.
No,
That's it.
we'll end the season on a 2-game winning streak and make the playoffs.
This guy's incredible.
Yep, I believe it. I honestly believe it.
What have you been smoking? And how come you haven't shared? We've been working all day together. How
Yep.
come you not share this with me?
How can I not? Because I saved everything for the podcast, bro.
No, mommy.
I saved everything for the podcast.
Philadelphia. I agree with my boy Prada.
Eric, you
Big
better
loss.
keep this hype all the way till January 8th.
What's January 8th?
Week 18. 7 8, you better stay on this
against the
hype
Cowboys?
train.
Against the Cowboys?
this is-
I said
this
this.
on
week
tape.
18, January.
January. Oh, I'm sorry.
The end of this next season, you better stay on this hype train that you have for the
Oh,
Bears.
I am.
Now, I'm trying to see what have we done that makes you think we're gonna have
Thank
a
you.
winning record.
I think we're gonna be better coached.
Who's on a team?
I think we're gonna play our butts off. I honestly do believe that the
Who
Bears.
the hell's going to score the touchdowns, Eric? Who's going to catch them?
We have Darnell Mooney. You know, there's still the free agent still happens. There could be moves still made here. You know, Justin Fields. I do believe that this is going to be the next step for Justin Fields and everything along that. The running game will still be there. We're going to be a run heavy team with David Montgomery in the pass offense, the play action or the RPO, whatever you want to call it. I think that will be it. This is a weak schedule to me, guys, where I feel like our chunks of the win can come between 3, 4. And then I believe they'll beat the Miami Dolphins. I don't believe in Tua. I don't think Tua is a good quarterback. Even if they have all those weapons, I still feel he'll find a way to choke. We got the Lions, the Falcons, and the Jets. The Jets will always be the Jets no matter what until they convince me otherwise, right? I see where, you know, week 13, 15, and 16, where they're going to lose against actually the best teams in the NFC East, the NFC North, and the AFC East. right? Everything else is a toss. We got the Vikings and the Lions here at or we got the Lions on away and the Vikings at home, where I feel like the Bears have that have the advantage, especially against the Vikings, who, let's be honest, Kirk Cousins still doesn't convince me and will never convince me otherwise. I have more faith in the Chicago Bears than you guys. That's why both of y'all are negative Nancy's over there.
All right. So
This schedule is the easiest schedule for the Bears to have. Winning percentage from last year, going off the winning percentage from last year. I do see it. I don't believe in the Commanders. The Cowboys can be a hit and miss. I believe I'm right there with you, John. The Cowboys are hit and miss depending on depending what kind of team they're gonna have. Dak Prescott, not even Amari Cooper is there. What's his name? CD Lamb.
Wrap it up, Eric.
To me, yes, I believe that the Bears will have a double digits win this year.
All right, so they're gonna lose against Philadelphia in Week 15.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're gonna lose against Week 16 against the Bills.
I agree with you.
They're gonna lose against Detroit at Week 17, and they're gonna lose against Minnesota Week 18. You agree?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
You think the Lions?
You had enough. You're done.
Bro, the Lions had some close games last year.
But yet they still couldn't.
The Lions,
get over
the Jets have gotten way better. The Miami Dolphins have gotten way better. Look,
just because they got Tyreek Hill, do you believe in Tua that way?
yes,
And
I
they got
do.
Waddle,
I do.
And they got
I do.
Gesicki.
Rio Perez, we haven't seen you in a long time, but we miss you, bro.
MIA. What up, Rio P?
Bears will blow it like usual, 100%.
Facts.
Thank you. My boy Prada laughing at us because I think he's laughing at Eric. He's a fucking fool. Sorry for my language. But we have this whole year should be about development of Fields. Thank you.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
It's a rebuild for Fields, but he's not gonna have a 500 season. What up, Alex?
Alex, what it do, baby?
I mean,
What's going on,
I'm
Alex?
still wearing my Fields jersey every Sunday, but we're not finishing 500.
Oh, I believe we'll be
Indianapolis
above.
Colts. My boy Spencer named them earlier. What are they doing today? What are they doing this year?
I think what we were doing last week, Jose, we were doing like the toughest schedule, right? Ranking the toughest.
I think they were tied for what?
They were like in the middle.
They were right in the middle.
They were right in the middle.
Look, Indianapolis Colts should have been a playoff team last year.
Absolutely.
They should have been 100%.
Highlights.
As we're looking at highlights of Justin Fields,
Highlights.
One baby.
they should have been a playoff team last year.
Yeah, Carson Wentz fucked
They're
that
a
up.
legit quarterback away.
Yeah.
But
They got a better quarterback.
The Colts did get a legit quarterback. Matty Ice, he still got something left in the tank.
They got a better
Now
quarterback.
they need to stop playing and go get Julio and link them back up together.
Does he still have enough though?
What?
Does Julio still have enough in the tank?
He does. He just got to stay injured. I mean, healthy.
That's the key right there.
But no, I feel like realistically looking at the Colts,
Ooh, we're gonna see a lot of that this year.
absolutely. Looking at the Colts, guys, this has been their best quarterback since
Andrew Luck.
That's why I feel like they do have hope.
That's enough for the Bears. Yeah, and I agree with you. I think Matty Ice is a way better quarterback than Carson Wentz was. You've seen what Phillip Rivers was able to do the year prior, who was a much older quarterback. Literally, that was last year, right before he retired. I think Matt Ryan is a similar quarterback going to a young team with a stud running back in Jonathan Taylor. The Indianapolis Colts, I think, are going to be a playoff team for sure. We just got to see how that defense is this year. They lost their defensive coordinator, Matt Eberflus. A lot of their defensive players left, and all of them came to Chicago. By the way, most of them came to Chicago. By the way, so we'll see. We'll see how they are defensively, but offensively, I think they're going to take a next step in the right direction.
I like the question that Rio posted.
Our boy Rio Perez in the comments. The real question I have about the Bears season is, what week are we having the JCA Bears watch party?
Hey.
Well, first off, before we even have a Bears watch party, we can't forget the Jca Sports Fantasy Football Draft, which will make its third appearance this year again.
Defending champ.
Defending champ right next to us. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. He literally beat 40 of us. We had a 40 team to go in there. But,
I think we should give the guy that came in second overall his own spot. Simply because I won it.
We said we were gonna do.
Who was that again?
Andu.
Yeah.
Huh? Andu. I think it was Andu.
Was it Andu?
Andu, because it was like 162. He had the most out of mine.
But we'll definitely have a JCA.
Well, that'll be a good. I think I have a spot. Speaking of watch party, guys, if you guys are into soccer, I am gonna have a live appearance at the One Allegiance Brewery out in where is it? Is it in Bridgeview? But yes, I am having a watch party for the Champions League final at One Allegiance Breweries, May 28th. Pre and post game, literally. Yeah, it's in Chicago Ridge, 10215 South Harlem in Chicago Ridge.
We're gonna watch a real soccer team play in Liverpool.
We're gonna watch the real football. That's what we're gonna do.
A real
first.
Soccer team play in Liverpool,
Real Madrid.
Not the trash this guy's wearing.
Real Madrid, homie.
La Madrid.
La Madrid. There you go.
Arsenal.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, the slim chance. But yes, I will be having that live episode May 28th. Shout out, show out. There's gonna be a promotion going on. Make sure you tune into the EAFP podcast on Wednesday to hear that promotion. Promotion going on. T-shirts gonna go out. All that good stuff. May 28th, Saturday, May 28th. The game starts at 2. Pre-game an hour before, post-game an hour after. So make sure you guys tune in for that one. Hopefully you guys can show up for that one.
I would, but I got plans to get slapped at Crosstown because you didn't want to come. So
Wow, fake.
Both of you didn't want to come.
First off, we're Cubs fans. You're a Sox fan. It'll probably be more for you than it would be for us. I went to a Crosstown game already, and it was.
I rather watch the real sport and football.
Oh, real sport.
Yeah, and real sport.
You guys weren't saying none of this when you were actually Cubs fans.
First off,
back when y'all used
whoa,
to be Cubs fans.
Hold on. First of all, you don't come at me with that bullshit over there, okay, homie? Don't come in with that because this
all of a sudden, CA aren't Cubs fans no more like they were before.
I'm a Cubs fan. I'm a big Cubs fan. I went to the game already.
I'm just saying. Soccer's my first love. So that over everything. So you can't come at me with that. Come at this guy right here. Come at this guy.
Oh, look at that. We got a soccer.
What is the name of the place again for the Champions League? One Allegiance Brewery out in Chicago Heights. It's on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page. Eric Saul Avila, I posted up on there. It's going to be on both the John Conavi and my Facebook and going on there. So yeah, One Allegiance Brewery out in Chicago. What was it? Chicago Ridge.
His Facebook page is
Eric Saul Avila.
BearsOnCrack.com.
Yeah.
What time does it start though?
2:00. The game's at 2:00.
That's right. Liverpool's going to win.
Liverpool against
Liverpool's going to win a Champions League, right?
No.
So yeah,
before that, they're going to win the Premier League. They're going to be the only team to win all 4, and they're going to be the greatest team.
He got that note from me.
So
he got that note from me.
Real Madrid's going to win, and Benzema's going to secure Ballon d'Or.
Shut your ass up.
That would be a good conversation. Make sure you tune into the EFP podcast.
Liverpool,
every Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Yeah, make sure you guys support whatever team you support. I don't care what it is. It could be Chivas America, or it could be Manchester United, it could be Liverpool, Real Madrid, it could be Barcelona. I don't care. I want everybody to come out, show out. There's gonna be a promotion going on. T-shirts gonna be on. We're gonna have some fun. I like t-shirts. Yep.
Wet t-shirt contest.
Wet t-shirt contest. All of that. My boy, thank you to my boy Zachary over there.
I'm down to compete.
And One Allegiance Brewery. Yeah, you got him, buddy, right here. So yeah, that's the special news here. It's going to be promoted on every podcast that we have from here on out. May 28th, the day of the final. I'm going to have the pre and post watch party there. So tune in, show out.
So Bears 5 and what is it? 5 and 12? 5 and 12? 5 and 12?
Bears
5 and 12.
5 and 12. 5 and 12.
I got what was it? 11 and 6. Whatever it is, 11 and 6.
Okay, so every time the Bears lose a game, he said they're going to win. We're going to play this. I'm going to make a whole montage.
Do it.
A whole montage. I'm going to create I'm going to edit the whole thing.
I hope you do the same thing when I might too.
Also, when Real wins the Champions League, we're gonna play you crying. The first team to win. Yeah, we're gonna.
When Liverpool wins,
No, when Real wins, we're gonna.
As you can see, that this guy barely started. That guy knows a little bit more. I know a lot more than both of them put together. Unfortunately, my team just Anywho, I'll do it. I don't even want to talk about it. But yes, this has been the Jca Sports Podcast. We've been here together. We're here live. We appreciate everyone watching, joining us, listening to us, guys. Make sure you follow the Jca Sports Podcast each and every Monday and Wednesday at the same time, 9 o'clock. Also hit on the John Conavi Facebook page, that little bell. That way you know when our shows are coming on live, the JCA Sports Strip Live and the EAFP
YouTube,
Podcast.
Twitter,
YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, all of it. Follow us, like us, share us on all your personal page. Our shows are always out to the public, so go ahead and share us so we can show your friends too as well. As for John Taplayo, Jose Contreras, myself, Eric Avila, this has been a very fun show. We should do this a lot more often, guys, where we see each other and smell each other's armpits. And let's have another show on Wednesday. We'll see you guys on Wednesday. Jose, hit the intro.
Outro, motherfucker.
What a finish. Wow, that is unfreaking believable. What a way for a ball game to end.
Oh, that's what happened. Oh, that's terrible. My God. The humanity.
They may be the drunkest couple in the history of sporting events.
I loved his face.
I would suspect that fan is done for the night. Here's the thing. When you steal something, don't wear it.